All right, so this is Tuesday, August 18th, and this is actually a repeat of a workout we did on July 9th. So you can actually still pull that up in Zen Planner if you did record it. And so if you wanted to do a measurement, ideally using some of those same weights or using the same weights would give you a real true measurement of how you progressed over the last 6 weeks. The two moves I'm going to demo just for the warm-up purposes are going to be the alt dumbbell devil's press and then the alt dumbbell hang cluster, which we've done before, but I just want to make sure we're going over them. And so with that devil's press, you will have your weight. You're going to come down with the weight into that burpee style push-up, press it out, come up, and then you go all the way up overhead. And then you could switch either on the way down or on the ground, whatever works for you. And then you alternate it to the other hand, same thing, and then come up. If you want to modify and just do the plank instead of going down with the push-up, that's totally fine. The other one that we're going to do is the hang cluster. And so just like we were doing last week, if you remember when we hang, we want to make sure we always deadlift the weight first. So we're starting at that standing position, and then you'll come down, clean it up, go right into that squat, and stand up with it. And then you could switch. Once you're up, you will go alternate arms. Oh, sorry. Keep thinking about it and going through and up into that squat and then the thruster piece. So we're going to hit them up in the warm-up. We're going to start our first move with jump rope. We're doing 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. So I'm going to get everything together and we'll go in about, so I'll give you the 10-second countdown in about 20 seconds or so. So definitely grab a kettlebell. Oh, and if you want or have an ab mat for sit-ups, or if you have a towel, you want to roll it under the small of your back, that would work also. All right, so take a second to get your gear. I'm going to do the same. And then as usual, I will talk you guys through the warm-up as we're going. Get the timer set up. And if you have any questions about the moves, just shoot them out. All right, good to go? You all set, Steph? Yep, good. I'm gonna get us started so we stay on time. So again, your starting first move is the jump rope or penguin claps, whatever you're working on. Make sure my volume's set up on my timer. And we're gonna go in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. So thinking about steady rhythm, just getting our heart rate going. You're doing penguin claps, think about how these eventually will translate to double unders. So think about a steady pace and timing in your jump, and about trying to hold that hollow position in the air. Next move is alternating forward or reverse lunges. So you guys can choose what you want to do. Just make sure You're thinking about that seam in the middle and that you're taking good steps. So think about keeping your torso up, good posture, shoulders down and back. You can put something under your knee if you need to. Cushion a little bit. Should be going all the way down so that knee just kisses the ground. And stand all the way up to full extension. All right. Now you're going to grab your kettlebell or dumbbell. If you're good to go overhead, these should be American swings. You want to go sort of 3/4. That would be best coined French style. Or if you don't want to go overhead, just rush into the shoulders. So remember to hike it back, push through the ground. Should have all of your foot on the ground. If you notice you're too far in your heels or too far in your toes, should really be spread out evenly over the bottom of your foot. And rest. All right, now we're going to go back to lunges. This time we're going to add a little weight. You have a dumbbell, you hold it up overhead, or you could front rack. You could do the same with a kettlebell. Think about shins perpendicular to the ground. I try and think of 90-90 in my angles on my legs. And also between my legs and my feet. Again, shoulders are back and down. Okay, now we're going back to those penguin claps or the jump rope. Starting to pick up our breath and our heart rate a little bit. 3, 2, 1, go. Again, whether you're clapping or jumping, looking for a steady rhythm, calm body, movement coming from the wrists. Three, 2, 1, rest. All right, now we're gonna get on the ground. We're gonna do those weighted sit-ups. So again, if you have an ab mat or you wanna roll a towel underneath you, we're butterflying the feet. Then we're gonna take our weight. Go back, touch the weight to the ground. Come up, touch the weight in front of your feet. As you come up, think about keeping a straight back as much as possible. Like there's a string pulling on your forehead. Exhale on the way up. Great. All right, now we're going to keep a dumbbell and practice the devil's press. So again, we start by going down into that push-up with one hand on the dumbbell. So we go down, jump back, touch the ground, come up, through the legs, snatch it up, come down, switch, and repeat on the other side. And again, you might like to switch as you're coming down. You might want to switch on the ground. Okay, and then last move in the warm-up is that cluster, hang cluster. So always remember with the hang, we start from a standing position, so deadlift up. And again, we're going to come in between the legs into that clean, squat, and press. Go down into your squat. Thruster up, switch hands, come in, clean, press, switch hands. I gotta slow this down myself a little bit as I'm working through the movement. And drive through the legs. All right. Good warm up. Those are the movements we're going to see in our AMRAP. Grab a little water. I'm going to go ahead and paste the workout into the chat here. I gave a quick look back in Zen Planner. It looked like a lot of people were generally in the 4s in terms of rounds. So what we have is a 30-minute AMRAP. As many rounds or as many rounds or reps as possible. It starts with 10 of the alternating devil's press. And again, RX is 50-35. Then 15 American kettlebell swings, 20 weighted sit-ups, 25 double unders or penguin claps, and finally 30 alternating overhead lunges. And again, you could go overhead or hold a front rack, whatever's most comfortable for you. I'm dealing with some shoulder issues still, so I'm staying below the shoulders on everything. So the second time we hit that up, when you go back to the 10, then we alternate to the clusters that time. Okay, so first round we do the devil's press, go through the whole thing. After the 30 lunges, when we go back, we do 10 alternating hang clusters that round. Then go through. When we go to the third round, we're going to do the devil's press again. So you keep alternating. Odd rounds two are the devil's press, and the even rounds are going to be the hang clusters. The plated sit-ups, the RX is 35. You should use what you have. The kettlebell is 53. And again, the devil's press and the hang clusters are 50 or 35. So scale appropriately with what weight you have. And while you guys are getting set up, are there any questions about the movements, about some scaling options, or about the workout in general? Great. I'm going to give you guys a chance, a couple minutes to get set up. I have 7:19. Let's see if we can get going by 7:21. And we'll roll for 30 minutes, and that'll give us some time for some mobility in the end also. I'm going to work through a couple rounds just to get started. Then I'm going to kind of take a break and just check in on everyone, check everyone's movement, give any cues if we need to. So you guys are just going to keep working through that time. And for 30 minutes, obviously, we're thinking about, if this was pacing wise, this would be a nice jogging pace that you're going at. You don't want to come out and go through this, flying. You want to get into a nice, comfortable pace that you can hold for 30 minutes. You don't want to come out and after 5 minutes, you're totally gassed and then you're taking minute-long breaks. So we want to pick weights and pick a pace that we can keep moving through. All right, I'm just going to get myself set up and make sure the timer's good to go, and we'll get ready to go in about a minute. All right, good to go, Steph? Yep. Susan, good to go? Tim, you guys are good? 1 minute? Okay. All right. So we're starting with those 10 devil's press into 15 kettlebell swings, into 20 sit-ups, into 25 double unders, into 30 overhead lunges in 10 seconds. Move well. Good luck, guys. 2, 1, go. Remember at that second round, you're going into hang clusters instead of the devil's press. Deadlift that weight up first. All right, you guys are just about 9 minutes in. Keep it up. All right, looking good. If you can, overhead, try and lock out those elbows. Keep your arms as straight as possible. All right. Looking good. As you go back into your third round, you should be switching back to the devil's press. Take breaks as you need it. Stay hydrated. All right. Great. All right. You guys look good. Just keep moving. Holding some good upright posture in your lunges there, Tim. Almost halfway. If you can, touch that weight to the ground on the behind you and in front of your feet. Don't forget to keep alternating between the devil's press and the hang clusters as you finish your rounds. Guys are doing great. Keep it up. Keep moving. Nice set, Steph. Just under 10 minutes left. Sometimes if you're doing forward lunges, it helps to step a little further than you think you need to, so that you keep your knee in good position and you don't overextend it. Five minutes left. Keep it up. As you're winding down here, the fatigue's setting in, really focus on quality of your movement. Just over 2 minutes left. Finish strong. If you're going into that hang cluster, don't forget to still deadlift it up. "90 seconds. "30 seconds. Three, two, one. Time. Woo! All right, great job. Woo! Take a minute or two, towel off, grab some water. And I'm going to walk us through, I don't know, about 5 minutes or so of mobility. Whew, you guys were working there. Should feel good. Whew. Even though it's cool out, you still get a good sweat going.
I was literally coming up to say the same thing. Like, this is like, I thought like 10 degrees cooler than it normally is would be better. It's not. Like,
it was better, but it wasn't.
It is better, but I am still dripping.
Me too. Me too.
This is rough. What was the date of the earlier workout for this?
July 9th. You can go, it's close enough in Zen Planner that if you're in the workouts and you click on the calendar, you can hit it and find out what you did.
All right.
I did see that you had entered it in. You're in there for sure.
All right. I don't want to look, but like I do.
No, that's fine. That's fine. All right, let's do a little mobility and get you guys on your way here. So I'm going to set 5 minutes. We're going to start standing up. So think about your feet are planted. Think about externally rotating or corkscrewing your legs to engage your glutes. Suck your navel in and then put shoulders down and back. And then we're just going to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Just slow our breath down a little bit. Bring our heart rate down. Breathe in. And out. And one more. This time, go down, like swan dive down. Bring your hands down. And walk your hands out into like a plank. Make sure I'm low enough to get on the screen here. And so then you could go ahead and step that right leg up forward in between your hands and drop your left knee to the ground. Come back up. Make sure you're not extending your back or arching it too much. Sink down into it. And then just go ahead and lift that left hand on the same side and just lean a little bit. Should feel this down into your hip flexors, into the top of your quad. That hand up and that lean adds a little more, a little something extra. All right, bring that hand down. Step back into your plank. Bring the left one forward, same thing. Drop that right knee. You could release the toes in the back. Sit yourself up. Make sure you're in good posture first, particularly through that lumbar. Then raise that right hand and lean it over. I'm a little more flexible on my right side than my left hip, but my hips are tight. We're doing a lot of sitting right now. If we're working from home, probably more than we're used to. We're losing steps that we would normally get from the parking lot or stairs in the buildings and stuff like that. So hips are tight. And just breathe and sink into it. All right, you can come out of that. We're going to come into a seated position. I think we've done this before, figure 4 stretch. So bring your left leg into your inner thigh of your right leg. And go ahead and just reach up and over for that toe or shin, whatever's good for you. And just breathe. We want to get that back of the hamstring was hit with the lunges and with the kettlebell swings. Now go ahead and sit up and pick that left leg up and put it over your thigh, just above your knee. And go ahead and reach. That goes a little bit deeper, keeps your knee from flexing. And for me, it really hits my calf, my upper calf coming out from behind my knee. Now just go ahead, you can put your hands back and just walk that foot in to a sort of modified pigeon. So we're getting the glute and hip extensors. And then from here, you're just going to go ahead and bring that foot to the ground. Reposition so that your left butt cheek is by your right heel. Stick your arm up to the sky, put that elbow behind you. Left hand is planted. And just go ahead and look over that left shoulder. Try and keep your back upright. You don't want to get all bent out of shape here. And you just breathe and push with that right elbow against your left leg. And look behind you. Let's go ahead and counter stretch that. And from here, we're going to do a little bit to the left side. Same thing. So just kick your left leg out, right in, reach up and lean over. And breathe. You can reposition that right on top of the left now. Same thing, lean into it. Now walk it in. Just going to stay here for a few more seconds. And then we'll drop it into the spinal twist. So foot to the ground, reposition. Plant that right hand, left is up, elbow behind the knee. And turn and look over that right shoulder. 2 deep breaths. One more. And then a little counter stretch to unwind, and you guys are done. Great job today. You guys were moving for 30 minutes, plus a little warm up and cool down. Should feel great, ready to tackle your day. And again, hopefully this is the best part of your day.
Thanks a lot, Eric. It always
Yeah.
is. We love doing this.
All right, I love doing it too. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Take it easy.
Yep.